West?
I tell you, I'm Jewish. I think he's the greatest artist of all time.
The days of us expecting this like overly crafted, well thought out body of work that has so much depth and just impact from Kanye West, I think the days might be gone, guys.
No, it's
I
not.
think it might be gone.
It's like you're purposely trying to sound bad. Like that's what the album sounds like. Is you want them to get a selection that won't cause uproar.
No, I don't care about that.
That's what you care about.
Yo.
We are the Levi's Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Yo. We are the Levi's Wise Guys. It's your boy Uchay. I got my boy
QD for Sheezy from RGM Easy.
Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Back with another one. Welcome back to the Ill-Advised Wise Guys podcast. This is episode 159.
159.
Shout out to the gang. We appreciate y'all for pulling up on us. If you're new here, stay a while. And if you've been here before, stay even longer. Shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Like I said, once again, we have a guest on this episode. He is a content creator. He has his own platform called Sound Centric. He also interviews a lot of guys. He's very, very, very active on Twitter. And no, he doesn't have a doppelganger. It's all him. Say what's up to Adam Dash, bro. What's up?
What's good? How are we? I love that intro. Love the energy.
You know, I'm glad we could connect finally, and you could pull up on the show. I really like what you've been doing on the episode. I'm sorry, on your platform, and you know, a lot of the new segments you've been coming with. So I think this will be a real dope conversation, man. I'm really excited for what we're about to discuss, and we hope you guys out there are going to be excited as well. So if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you are listening to this on audio platforms, y'all make sure to also hit the subscribe button. We made it past 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. We finally did it. It took a little minute, but we here, man. Now on the road to what? What's the next goal? What we got?
Gotta be 2,000.
2,000?
Gotta double
Two
up.
stacks.
Talk to me, man.
Yes,
Church
sir.
announcements. What you
Yes,
got?
sir. Check out ratingsgamemusic.com. Not even arguably. It's a fact. That is the best music site on the planet, ratingsgamemusic.com.
That's stamped.
We got music review. We got an album review for Kanye and Ty Dolla Vultures Volume 1.
Absolutely.
We got a review for Little Sims. Little Sims dropped an album.
I gotta listen to that.
More like an EP. More like an EP. Drop 7. It's called Drop 7.
Drop 7. Yes, drops EP. Yeah. Album review for Fabio Foreign. He dropped.
It's like Pain and something
Love
too.
Pain and Love 2. And then we got an album review for, at the time, the biggest album of that time before Vultures dropped was Usher, Coming Home.
Yes.
So check out Ratings Game Music for those album reviews and then other stuff, original content that we got, and song reviews.
Also, if you're like me and like Q and probably like Adam and you like bite-sized pieces of content, you don't like to watch full-fledged episodes, you ain't got time for it, you like to check out 5 to 10 minutes worth of content, we got that too. So y'all make sure to check out our YouTube channel. It features a lot of conversations that we've had on our previous episodes. On the last one, we talked about whether social media needs regulation. We talked about the whole Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj debacle going on. On to what we're talking about on this episode. We're going to get into a couple of Zero Skips projects. We talked about some on the last episode. We're going to bring that back again. We're going to get into the top 5 Kanye West albums of all time. We're all going to go around the table, chop it up about what our top 5 is, and see if we're going to see who's right. Also, we're going to talk about the Grammys, but in particular, Jay-Z had a speech. He went up there, accepted the award, and then he dissed a whole bunch of people while doing it. I know that speech rubbed a bunch of people the wrong way and the right way. We're going to talk about the speech and just the Grammys as a whole, and are they ever going to get it right, basically.
Nope.
I got a sneaky suspicion he's right. We're also going to talk about the new Kanye West and Ty Dolla album, Vultures. We're going to
the new Kanye album with Ty Dolla Sign
and the whole industry.
like occasionally here and there.
That's
But
true.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's true.
Took him
I
off
like.
the-
I like
He's
it.
not even on the album cover. It's just Kanye and his wife.
He's not even on the album cover.
God
Exactly.
damn,
That's
this
true.
whole thing has been a debacle, guys. I'm just being real.
I feel so bad
It's a
for Ty
debacle.
Dolla $ign, man.
Cute. Adam, let's get into some of these topics, man. First topic on this episode, let's talk about this new album that finally dropped from Ye
Yes.
and Ty Dolla $ign called Vultures. This is volume 1, right? This is a first installment.
He put it
Allegedly.
on Apple Music. He put it
Yeah.
as Vultures 1.
Yes. Nonetheless, the album finally dropped after months of teasing, after Kanye giving us arena debacle IG lives telling us, yo guys, like I can't perform this album anywhere except for in Chicago. Like I need help finding an arena. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, I saw
like
that.
that was
Crazy.
interesting. You know, he's been through cancellation in the Jewish community. He's been through so much since the last time he gave us music. I'm not surprised that people are still checking for Kanye West music. We're gonna get into this album in a little bit, but like, shame on everybody who said I'm canceling Kanye and I'm not listening to his music. We all knew that was cap. We all knew that was cap, right,
I'll
guys?
tell you, I'm Jewish. I think he's the greatest artist of all time.
There you have it.
Hey, there you have. Hey, this is all we need. This is all we need. Let's get into it, man. So Q. First and foremost, man, you know, what'd you think of the album? I know you heard it. 16 songs, if I'm not mistaken. All these features,
16 songs.
Playboy Cardi, all these guys, man. What'd you think of the project?
Unlisted features. I thought it was borderline very good. I'll say very good.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say very good. It's not my beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy production wise, but it gives me a little bit of that feel. I think the production is this multi-layered beats that have several different levels to it. There's several different elements to it, and then also I thought it was really cool. One of the songs had "A Hell of a Life." The beat sample just like really quick, you know, which tells me that Kanye thought that would fit on that type of beat because it's kind of similar.
You know,
what I mean?
he did that because Ozzy Osbourne was originally sampling Ozzy Osbourne, and he posted on Instagram like, "You are not allowed to sample my music." So then he
I
switched.
did
it.
see that.
saw
I
that.
did see
So he switched
Ozzy
it
come
with
out and say
Hell
that.
Oh,
So
okay, that's good news. So that's good news right there. That's important.
See, look at the back. Look at the
tidbit.
context. Look
I
at the
love that.
context.
There we
I love
go.
that. He also just randomly sampled Juvenile. Maybe that was another one.
Well, what about the
Back that
Backstreet Boys?
ass
The
up.
whole everybody.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
I didn't like
but
that.
Production's really good. Ty Dolla $ign was fantastic on the album, in my opinion.
Yeah, great.
He very infectious melodies, but then he also had his hard-hitting rap joints, rap bars here and there. But you know, the thing is, it's labeled as a Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign album, but in my opinion, it's more so Kanye West featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Now, they're equally, their parts are pretty equal. Ty Dolla $ign is on the album pretty much on every song, and his part, he has a good amount of time on the album, but I just didn't think he was asked to be as bold as Kanye was. Kanye is the one that drives that album. Kanye's tone, his energy, the production fits Kanye. To me, it's just a Kanye album. It almost reminds me of Jay-Z and Jay Electronica.
Yeah.
The opposite of that.
Jeez, don't get me
that.
started.
But-
Don't get me
but-
started. Don't get me started.
It's that's how I would say Ty Dolla $ign's contribution
That's
to
fair.
that album is. It's like
I still
he compliments Kanye.
Gotcha.
I still can't believe that Jay Electronica after 10 years of waiting for his album, he let Jay-Z have the first verse on the album. I'm like, we've been waiting to hear your
Which is
verse for 10 years. You don't let another man start the album.
Is
Another man.
insane.
Yo, you question. Hey, Adam is questioning his manhood. You don't let another. Hey, what if it was a woman? Would you let him get it off?
That'd be fine.
If there's a singer,
That's fine.
that it's a different field.
Like Adam.
But
Adam
another
Levine-
rapper, I'm with him.
Adam Levine
Adam
on late
Levine.
he's on late registration. Great
Yeah, that's
intro.
true. That's true. He did. That's
I
You
true.
think-
cannot let
That's
another
true.
rapper start
Can't.
your album if
Cannot.
you're a rapper.
But
It
it's
just can't.
Jay-Z.
It just cannot happen.
It's Jay-Z. I think it's a good album.
Yep.
I liked it. I know Adam's probably going to dive into this more. I did not love Kanye's contributions to the album. I literally feel like if Kanye put a little more effort into his raps and didn't play around. See, that's the words I'm going to use. If he wasn't playing around on the album, that could be a classic album. And I'm not joking.
I feel you. Adam, what you think? Good album or bad album? What do you got?
I've done 2 listens so far. I'll say it's a good album. Like we were saying before we started, we judge it based on other Kanye albums. It's not a great compared to other great Kanye albums, but it's a good rap album in general. I think one issue is that he announces these albums and these release dates before it's finished, which if you want to put pressure on yourself, sure. But once you push it back 5 times, like take a step back, finish the album, and then come back and tell us that you're going to release it. I don't get why he's talking about volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and then now there's apparently a solo Kanye. Like, finish the music, and then and then we can get there. His writing, he doesn't seem to care, and if he did, this could be an incredible album because on songs like Burn, it felt like old Kanye rapping. And we were talking about the Freddie Gibbs one. Like, he's the worst part of it because it's an incredible song.
He's the worst part. It's an amazing song.
And that's a weird thing to say about Kanye West because you're Kanye West. You shouldn't be the worst part of a song. You should be the best part of the song. And I wrote this down because the features are good and they're interesting. But Kanye used to be the Gap, like Banana Republic or Old Navy. He used to bring different worlds onto one song, and I feel like he stopped doing that. I think it would have been like it's cool that Playboi Carti's in the album, but imagine like a Playboi Carti and Jay-Z song. Like I feel like that was a skill that Kanye used to do a lot. Was bring.
I see what you're saying.
I get you.
Yeah.
Merging different worlds. No, I agree.
But yeah, it's a decent album. I'm sure he's gonna add changes to it, take off songs, add songs.
Definitely, he's gonna tweak it.
You know, and I was able to hear a couple of songs, and everything you guys said. I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. But if you want to be real though, like Kanye West, we having a more macro combo about Kanye musically, especially the last, let's say, 5 to 7 years or so. Like, you could probably say what you guys just said for like the last 5 to 7 years of music he's put out, right? Like his rapping is usually not that potent these days. And I think we all have accepted this. We've never considered Kanye some supreme lyricist, so we don't even really judge his lyrics in that manner. For Kanye West, it's always been about musically. What is he crafting? Soundscape-wise, what is he merging? The producers, the composers, everybody he's bringing to the table. I actually thought bringing Ty Dolla on this album was very important because Ty Dolla sounded low-key to a lot of people's, I guess, maybe surprise. I feel like a lot of people are going to be surprised at, like, why is Ty Dolla $ign working with Kanye? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who even think that. But if you guys are not tapped in, Ty Dolla $ign has been involved in the music industry with a lot of the Diddy's, he's collabed with everybody in the game. And so with that being said, look, man, it's sad. It's a sad day when a song with Playboi Carti and Rich the Kid is the best song that I heard from the album. I mean, this is a Kanye West album, bro. It's a Kanye West album, and that was the best. The Carnival song, that song is fire.
It is.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, but like to me, it just shows me the direction that Kanye is in at this point in his career, and I'm not even necessarily mad with it. It's just one of those things where it's like the days of us expecting this like overly crafted, well thought out body of work that has so much depth and just impact from Kanye West. I think the days might be gone, guys.
No,
I think it might be gone.
It's from a rapping standpoint.
It might be gone.
From a production standpoint.
He's giving you the names of these songs called something. Like, there's no depth. Like, I get the production aspect, and it's dope. Like, there's a lot of great things to marvel at that side of things. But even just the concepts of songs are lacking to me.
I feel like Kanye also stopped singing as much, which is an underrated part that, like, he's really good at making amazing choruses. Like, incredible choruses. And I feel like this album doesn't have that as much. I mean, he has some of the most famous, catchy choruses in hip-hop history. And he make like it, and maybe I think he writes for the feature artists sometimes. Like I'm trying to think what songs in my head right now. The like we're still the kids we used to be. I put my hand on the stove. Like he writes these beautiful, such beautiful songs, and he's kind of stopped doing that. And we were talking about this before that he's kind of riding trends now. So that Everybody's song, it's like a cool song, but I expected more from Kanye than hopping on the new let's remix a 2000s track, and like it's just kind of
Exactly.
kind of basic.
For us, ever since starting this podcast, one of the big topics is songwriting and people getting help. I think the biggest thing that changed here is who's in the room with Kanye when he's making these songs.
It's
right?
too much help.
So like,
there's too many people.
it's either too much, and then the people that are helping him. Like
Yeah.
for instance, when he was on the come up, imagine the people that are probably in the room with him: Mike Dean, Consequence,
yeah.
Common, Kid Cudi, a young Kid Cudi trying to get an
Yeah.
opportunity to show the world. Those are the kind of guys that are in the room. I have a sneaky suspicion that for songs like, Carnival, he had Rich the Kid in the room.
Yeah.
He had Playboy. He had probably like, a guy like, I don't know, like Tizo Touchdown. Like these are the type of people where it may not necessarily resonate with the Kanye we know from the past.
Which is fine. But I will say that is all. While that can be considered a knock, I actually give Kanye credit because he has shown that he's been able to stay this relevant and been able to be this creative, pushing boundaries sonically because he's tapped in with the generation of people that we didn't expect. You think about what he did with Kid Cudi back then, the early Travis Scotts, like those were different
But
worlds
he was
before he joined forces and sort of tapped into what their wave, and then now it's like, yo, what the hell is Kanye doing with 808 and Heartbreaks? That was different. We're not
But
gonna
at
act
that
like that
time-
wasn't this left field move.
At that time, he was still young.
Okay.
He's now 50 or almost 50. Like,
Okay.
it's just too far a gap, in my opinion, to be trying to relate to that younger group. So now it may not have an impact on the production or the, overall structure of a song, but his content. They want to talk about ratchet stuff, and he's like, okay, I want to fit in.
I haven't heard the full album, and once this comes out, I will. So this is, but everything you guys are saying, right? Adam, you brought up his singing. You said, oh man, like he doesn't sing as much. We talked about the generations of like what he used to do and what he's doing now. It's like, look at what he did on that song "Talking" with Northwest. The Once Again, like that singing melodic side of things, where it's like, that's probably like an interlude if we're being honest, right?
But it's
like
catchy.
from a song standpoint. It's super catchy. It has melody. It has Kanye singing. The song has depth.
Has a
Like
sample,
that, I want to see more of that.
It's funny that when he was like making My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he flew all these rappers out to Hawaii. No phones were allowed in the studio. They're wearing suits every day. And now you see videos of like the current recording process. There's like 100 people in the room videotaping him on Instagram Live. It looks hectic. And that's kind of what the album sounds like. There's just too many people.
does.
He's got like 100 producers on every single song. Everyone's going, like, who are these people in the studio with him that are just hanging out? It's just, it represents what the album is. It sounds a little hectic.
It does. That's the perfect word to put it. It sounds hectic. But still, I still think it's good.
It's a good album.
Do you know how much energy it takes for you to like not try on these songs?
Yeah, it's like he's trying to
Like-
write bad lines on purpose.
It's like you're purposely trying to sound bad. Like that's what the album sounds like. It's like, it's one thing to say Kanye fell off. It's one thing to say Kanye, he just don't got it no more. He sounds like he purposefully is trying to write bad
Hey, but
raps.
guys, I believe that is what is happening, and I think that Kanye is such a, what I would call, he's so ingratiated. He's such a legend at this point. We all trust his judgment so much. I think he takes us for granted as fans. He takes us for granted.
I mean, he's an egomaniac.
Like, look at what he did with the whole poop did he scoop, doop did he do. His whole point was like, yo, y'all are gonna know that I'm trolling. Y'all are not gonna take this song seriously, but I'm gonna make y'all care.
And he's smart.
And here's how.
Because when he's in trouble, he's like, all right, let me make a soul sample beat and rap, and everyone will love me again.
I'm gonna get y'all to care
Yes,
again.
facts.
I'm gonna get y'all to care again.
He could say the craziest shit and then just drop like a Mad Lib type beat and with him actually rapping on it, and I would be like, all right. I mean, whatever he said before, who cares? This is crazy.
Bro, Kanye has us all in the palm of his hands. Pause.
It does.
And on that note, let's move on to the next topic, man.
Next topic. Jay-Z speech at the Grammy. Yes, the Grammy
Throw your
Awards.
rocks up.
Good old Grammys.
So, from what I heard, it was a nice, peaceful event. You know, there was nobody getting slapped. You know, it was, you know, people were smiling, all good vibes. And then Jay-Z got on the stage. And, you know, still good vibes when Jay-Z got on there. But then he started getting irritated.
Talk to shit.
Jay-Z, he started talking that talk. And, you know, for the most part, I thought, you know, Jay-Z, when he was mentioning, you know, the Grammys, you got to get it right, you know, and make sure you do your due diligence to give the right artist nominations. I thought that was fine. But he did dive into parts where he said some of y'all should not have been nominated, which I thought. And he, you know, he had to. He even knew it was a lot because he said, let me stop. Yo, let me stop.
I don't know who he was referring to when he said that. Some of you guys.
I don't know who he was referring to either. I really don't. But it's. I think this is one of those topics where it's literally mixed reviews. I've heard just as many people say they liked it as just as many people saying they didn't like that. You know, so
for sure.
Where are you? I'm gonna start with you, Uchay.
For sure.
Where are you? Are you on the you liked the speech, or are you on the I didn't like the speech?
I didn't have a problem with the speech. I liked it. It was a bit confusing. The speech was a bit all over the place, right? Like if you watch it in its totality, he made a couple of different points. I think his main point was to say that the Grammys doesn't get it right, and we would like for y'all to get it right. That's the main point, right? All that extra stuff, y'all gonna get robbed. Some of y'all don't belong here. You know, I start telling the truth when I get nervous. Like, you know, he said a bunch of stuff. To me, that was the main point. That was my main takeaway from what he said. And so with that being said, the heart of his point was to reference what Beyonce, his wife, the great Beyonce, has been through, right? Number one Grammy winner, won the most Grammys in the history of the Grammy history, and yet has never taken home the coveted Album of the Year award, right? Of course, there have been arguments. Like I think 100% think she got robbed. Lemonade should have won over Adele. It's not even a debate. Like to be honest with you, I don't even think there's an argument on the other side. It's so bad. Adele said, "Yo, Beyonce, you should have won." Like when the other person has to give it up like that and say that, it's egregious.
But Adele's album was really good.
I didn't say it wasn't, but Beyonce's album. Wow, this is a super, and we got to talk about this too. Like this, it's a subjective award, right? This whole process is apparently very subjective. So at the end of the day, human beings are going to get things wrong. My overall thing is this though. Having the most amount of Grammys, to me, is not a reason for you to get the Album of the Year award. I hear the argument that's being made, like, oh, how could you have the most Grammys? That don't mean that you should just automatically just be having all of these awards from the categories that you probably want the most. Yeah. Right? That's an unpopular opinion and then the flip side of this to me is should the Grammys be boycotted? Like I'm on the flip side, man. Like I see all the chatter. People are saying the rap category should have been televised. Why was it not? Bro, can we all just come to a consensus on this? Because I think it's a hard and tough conversation. Do we care about the Grammys or not? I think this is the heart of the discussion here, that artists will try to act like they don't care, but they really do care, right? Yeah. Drake not showing up to the Grammys saying, yo, this don't mean nothing, da-da-da-da-da, I don't care about the Grammys. But then if he would have won, or if he was a winner all this time, would he be saying that? Yeah. Not sure. Killer Mike made no mistake that he's been gunning for a Grammy this entire time. That's what he wants. To me, like, I'm of the belief that I do not believe the Grammy that rap should have its own category. And plus, I also think there's this racial element where black people within rap feel like they've been underserved, and therefore let's go out and let's create our own platform where we all can acknowledge ourselves. I don't think that's the right move. I think that there needs to be change within the platform that we all care about, which is the Grammys. Yeah. I get some people don't care about the Grammys, but look, more artists did not say they care about the Grammys. So therefore, at the end of the day, I got to ask y'all, like I said before, is the Grammys having the most Grammys? Does that actually mean that you should have this album of the year? Like, where is Jay-Z really going with it? Because I see his point, but I don't think it's a solid point at the end of the day because it's a subjective award. At the end of the day, we need more people who know about the culture and whatnot in those rooms making those decisions. So, I mean, that's really my overall opinion, man. So, I'll kick it to Adam, man. What do you got to say? What's your take on Jay-Z's speech?
I'll say first to the Drake point. I think Drake's speech was amazing because he was preaching how if people are showing up in the snow to see your show, like, you won. You don't need this award, but it is the award. So it is really nice to be awarded for something. That's why people like it. And I mean, it's the same thing with any award, like the MVP. There's always arguments in the NBA or in the NFL. Like, you're never going to get it right to every single person, but it is nice to just be nominated or even talked about. But at the end of the day, you have fans coming to your sold-out tour. Like, you don't need validation from however many voters actually voted on that. The Jay-Z speech, you talked about this. People think it was really planned. I think it was very all over the place. So he started talking about how Will Smith boycotted the Grammys. And because it wasn't aired on live TV, and I was waiting for Hove to come around and be like, and I can't believe it wasn't aired tonight. He never said that. And people were like, but he meant that. I'm like, I don't think he did. I don't even think he realized that it wasn't aired on the live TV because him and Beyonce showed up late. So I'm not even sure. I don't even know if Hove knew that, but I can't believe it wasn't aired on live TV. It makes no sense to me. I feel like maybe sense. Not the smaller categories, but like hip hop album of the year, I feel like that's a major award to give. Maybe it's because this year there wasn't many huge hip hop artists nominated for the award. I don't know what it was. But the issue with the Grammys is inconsistency. That some years the highest selling album is the one that wins. Some years, like this year, it's the Killer Mike. It's the more poetic, lyrical, introspective album that wins. And it's like there's some awards where you're having a Killer Mike song go up against Ice Spice Barbie World. And it's like, what type of for best rap song? It's like, what are the standards here? Like
what's the criteria?
Or Kendrick's The Hillbillies was nominated. And I said this on our last episode of the podcast. That song was nominated because it's Kendrick Lamar, but it was not a top rap song of the year.
Thank you.
Like, what are we
It was barely on streaming services. Barely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, the Grammys has so many issues, and I think hip-hop deserves to be nominated for it more. And I also talked about this. Hip-hop albums are never nominated for Album of the Year, which makes no sense to me. Because these pop albums, they're great. Most of the artists don't write the music for it. Like, they have writers doing it.
Point.
And all respect to Miley Cyrus, and I'm sure she has hands in writing the songs, but To Pimp a Butterfly, losing the Taylor Swift album, like that's like one of the most important albums of any music genre ever. It won a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
Wait, no, actually that was Damn.
That Damn?
Technically.
But,
yeah, it was Damn.
Okay.
It was Damn, technically. But
yeah,
everybody
point
thought,
holds.
everybody was like, yo, why did that one get it, but To Pimp a Butterfly didn't get the Pulitzer Prize?
Yeah.
That was weird.
So much inconsistency with the Grammys, but it is the main award show at the end of the day. People are like, we should give more awards, like maybe the BET Awards. At the end of the day, it's just the Grammys have certified themselves, and they need to get voters who are specifically maybe in the hip-hop world. I thought No ID was trying to help with it. That might be wrong. I'm not sure if No ID ended up doing that.
No, you're right. Yeah.
But people throw out, like, JID's The Forever Story was not nominated for rap album of the year last year. But like Jack Harlow's and DJ Khaled was. All respect to them, but like, why is a DJ Khaled album being nominated over someone who actually wrote every bar of their album? Like, I don't even know what Khaled does really.
He does production every once in a while.
He's a producer.
He motivates. He goes in the room and motates everybody.
He's on social media. You know what I mean? Entertaining us. That counts for a Grammy, right? No.
But the Grammys obviously loved his Killer Mike album so much, he swept the rap awards. So why wasn't it nominated for Album of the Year? I'm not saying it should have won, but
it should have been at least nominated.
How was the best rap album not in the biggest genre in America? How is Rap Album of the Year not also debatably the Album of the Year?
That's you're bringing up structural issues. I think if there's anybody who has I don't want to say track record, but who at least is trying to get in the quote unquote room, it is Jay-Z. Like, I think Jay-Z is the person who should be talking.
Yes.
He is the one who we need to hear from in that regard. But Q, go ahead. What you think?
He should be talking. But I do kind of agree with Adam. The one thing I would say, I love the speech, but it was kind of like all over the place. I can tell he kind of just did it off the whim.
Like, he was just spitting off the top.
Something's bothering me. Like, I've been sitting here watching this. I'm bothered, and I just got to say something.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what the vibe I got was. But, you know, to answer your question directly, does the Grammys matter? Yes, it does. I mean, but let's take a look at your resume, right? When you were getting out of college, we had to put anything we can on that resume, right? And some things were important to you just because it made your resume look better. You know what I mean? But, you know, it may not mean nothing in the long run.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, a Grammys for your resume is the best thing for your resume, whether you like it or not.
Get your number up.
Whether you respect it, it gets your number up.
Raise that price.
It gets, for instance, Killer Mike's album, right? I did a review for his album. Right after it won a Grammy, views just spiked. It just went high up. People are thinking about it.
If you see a trailer for a movie, they're like Oscar-nominated actor Leonardo DiCaprio is in this movie. Like
exactly,
it's a name.
Exactly.
If you're
Academy Award winner, Grammy, so it's definitely important. And you know, just kind of playing devil's advocate to Jay-Z and all of us here. The one thing that people got to remember about the Grammys is that this is the best of the best most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best of the best. So I actually felt bad because Taylor Swift 2 times, Kanye, Beyonce should have won.
Yeah.
Right? For I forgot what album that was.
The difference.
And then now,
I was like, the difference between that one was that was like an 18-year-old girl at the time who'd like just won Best Music Video.
Exactly.
It's like Kanye. Like,
exactly.
I get your point, but let
Exactly.
the 18-year-old girl have like her biggest moment of her life.
Exactly. So, but for Taylor Swift, it happened twice. Kanye did it to her, and then Jay-Z did it to her. It just happens to be
Her win, yeah.
I just think it just not Taylor Swift just doesn't sit well
With people.
like Taylor Swift winning awards doesn't sit well to people.
I think the other side to what some people think about the Jay-Z speech was he was saying has the most awards in this entire room, but she's never won Album of the Year. On the other hand, people are like, she's won all those awards and you're still complaining. There's people in this room who have never won the award. Like, there's not that much sympathy for you. She's won every other award. Like, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
I think that's like the other side of it.
And that was a side I was because it tells you what he and maybe even because you think Jay-Z's speaking for his wife, that's his freaking wife, like I would assume that they feel the same way, right? Like he going up there, they got to be talking about this in the background. So it tells you like, okay, there's a more coveted category that is at play here, and I believe it's really that Album of the Year.
Of course,
that's the one that's really the conversation
coveted
here.
One, and at the end of the day, these are all really good albums. We have to remember that these are all really good albums, and you know, there's Taylor Swift. Probably, I don't know if she deserved that. I actually didn't listen to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know, the problem with the Grammys is it's just, especially for that Album of the Year category, it's what are you looking for? Like you mentioned, Adam, are you looking for introspective? Are you looking for pop culture, penetrating pop culture? Are you looking for deep production? It's always going to change. There's never a right answer to things like this.
So being nominated it's just it's a prize in itself. They said that you have a top 5 album of the year. That means a lot because a lot of people didn't get nominated for top 5 album of the year.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing that we got to take away from what Jay-Z said. I agree with everything Jay-Z said, but at the same time, like, it's just one of the best albums. And it's so subjective. It's so opinionated. There is no way
it's music.
You can find the perfect best album in the world. There's no way, because the minute that you say Taylor Swift's the best album, somebody's going to say there's an indie guy that I listened to that dropped an album that nobody knows of, but that's the best album I heard. So, you know, I don't think, long story short, I don't think people should take Grammy losses so strongly. It should not be something that should being nominated, I think, is where, you know, you should feel really good about yourself.
It's weird because at the same time you say that, but then it's the artists themselves who are telling you how much they care. Like, for sure. So like that's my thing. It's like us as the onlookers, if you will, we're saying, hey, we're confused because we're like, I thought you guys said y'all don't care, but then there's the other group that's saying they do care. It's like, which one is it?
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time,
They care.
we're evaluating the best in that category, and we're having our own opinion, right?
They care.
So I think at the end of the day, like, there just needs to be better or more diverse ears in the room to make more sound decisions. Like, I'm not saying that they get it wrong most of the time. They get it wrong a good portion to where they need to. But you can never
You'll
stop.
never get it right.
But you can never stop getting better as a committee. Like, that's an
You'll never
ongoing
get it-
thing.
you'll
You get what I'm
never
trying to say?
get it right. The funny thing is, everybody complains about Grammys. BET has got it wrong.
Yeah.
MTV's got it. Ice Spice won Artist of the Year, new Artist of the Year over like some other really big. No knock
You
on
talking about
Ice
for the Grammys?
Spice. MTV,
Oh yeah.
but it's MTV, so people's not really paying
Yeah.
attention. Every single award show gets it wrong.
Yeah, people were.
So
I saw some people were very mad Victoria Monet won Best New Artist at the Grammys, and other people are like, she's been writing Ariana Grande's songs for 10 years. She deserves this. Some people are like, Noah Khan.
you know what I mean?
Like this country artist, like he was robbed. Like, yeah.
exactly.
It's-
You're never gonna get it right. So like this whole notion that
Well, you're never going to get it right, but like let's be real. There will, as long as people are making music and they're making great music at that, there's always going to be a flip side. Meaning somebody's going to believe they got robbed. So if that's what your overall point, yeah, sure, you're never going to quote unquote get it right. But there is a way you can have a specific set of criteria, stick to it, and and actually tell people this is the criteria. And then you vote accordingly. I think there's a way you can get it more right than they've gotten it. While that's saying there's always going to be people who believe they were snubbed. That's never going to. Like,
what you guys want is you want them to get a selection that won't cause uproar.
no, I don't care about that.
That's what you care about.
I don't care about that.
Because
I just feel like they kind of just delegitimize hip hop a little bit by not nominating it for Album of the Year. It's like, we'll give you a little hip hop award before the show, but you guys aren't going to be nominated for like the big one.
yeah, I agree.
That's a whole different discussion,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
I
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I thought what they did to Killer Mike was a disgrace. I get it. Maybe he committed a crime, maybe, but that was a disgrace, bro. Like, we gotta be honest.
Arrested him?
Yes, bro. T.I. said it best. He said, "Yo, that was an atrocity." You know T.I. and his
T.I.
big
with
words,
big
bro.
words.
Yeah.
That was a nice one. Yo, let's move on to the next topic. Good discussion, guys. We're back to Kanye West, man. But this time we ain't talking about like the new music he
Bad
dropped.
Kanye.
We ain't talking about the bad Kanye. We talking about the legendary side of Kanye because he's dropped a lot of albums throughout his legendary career. But we want to talk about the top 5 Kanye West albums. And so, you know, obviously there's a ton you could probably pull from: College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation. The list goes on. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But if you had to list your top 5 of all time, what would it be? And
Personal favorite.
Yeah. This is all personal.
Yeah.
Personal favorite.
You don't have to consult with the Grammy committee. We're not part of that. I don't care. This is your list. Adam, I'm gonna start with you and go from 5 to 1.
I'm going to say first, the best part about Kanye West is the fact that every single person has a different ranking. Me and my friend, our top 5s had no overlap. We didn't choose the same 5 albums. Do you know how crazy that is?
What?
Oh, that's crazy.
That,
I don't know
that
about
can't be, yeah,
I,
that can't
now
be
I got to
right.
know who was crazy, you or your friend. But I'm gonna hear
get
this
in.
list in a few. Go ahead.
Number 5, The Life of Pablo. I think that was a crazy time. That was before the rollouts started getting annoying.
Okay.
It was just before annoying. He's still rapping his ass off. You got Real
right.
Friends. You got No More Parties in L.A. It actually has so many amazing songs on it. What's the first song with Chance has one of the best hip hop verses on. Why am I blanking on? But yeah,
Ultralight Beam.
Ultralight Beam.
Ultralight
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. That's
And
it.
then Father's
Is a guy's
Yes.
dream.
Father Stretch My Hands, legendary banger,
Father Stretch
amazing
My Hands,
album.
my God.
Number 4, I got Graduation, an album that very much is. Most of Kanye's music has aged extremely well because he uses a lot of jazz samples and stuff. This album definitely sounds like the 2000s. Definitely has that T-Pain synth. Like, you listen to The Good Life. It does not sound like it was made now. But amazing album
Definitely.
nonetheless.
100%.
Number 3, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. His comeback from embarrassing himself on the world stage, had to disappear for a little, came back with one of the best rap albums ever. Number 2, Happy 20th anniversary to The College Dropout. Is it the best debut album of all time? Some might say it was.
It's up there. It's up there.
And my number one, I think Late Registration is just a better version of The College Dropout.
That's a great way to put it.
Like, and I don't mean that as a
version of the College Dropout.
I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to The
okay.
College Dropout, because obviously I just said it's my number two. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think he just improved upon the best beats ever are on that album. His best rappings on that album. The best features are on that album. I mean, Drive Slow is just like the best song ever.
Drive Slow. Paul
right.
Wall.
Paul
Wall, baby.
Open up my mouth.
I
and
like
sunlight
the
illuminates the dark.
list. I like the list, bro. I like the list. We're gonna differ here because I already heard some core differences that we got here.
But my friend from school I was talking about, he has like 808s and Heartbreak is like his number one. Then he has Yay and The Life of Pablo, and he had a completely different list than me. I was like, damn, that's how you know he's great.
Q, what you got?
Starting from 5.
Yep.
Me and Adam have the same 5. The Life of Pablo.
There we
Okay.
go.
I thought the way you described Life of Pablo was spot on. What I would add to it is the Life of Pablo sounds like a best of Kanye album, right?
Yeah.
It's like a combination of new Kanye
Yes.
and old Kanye. And, the features felt right. Good youthful moments on the album with Chance. So number 5 for me, Life of Pablo. I agree with that. Number 4, this might upset you guys. I got College Dropout at number 4.
Wow. Down low.
I think
Whoa.
College Dropout is a very good. This is my personal
On its
favorites,
birthday?
You're
going to do this to him?
on his birthday. Isn't that crazy? On his birthday. I got College Dropout number 4. Wow. College Dropout is definitely probably my second or third favorite in terms of favorite in terms of I just like how pure it sounds. It's a Kanye that's hungry. It's a Kanye that's experimental. But from a musical standpoint, I still think he was a little green. He wasn't as experimental as he was on the projects after that. Still very good rapping, though. Like, everything is good. It's a good vibe album. So I have that as 4. 3, I got Late Registration. Now, I don't love Late Registration. I don't love it. However, his rapping on that album is fantastic.
It's incredible.
His rapping on that album is, though that's like the first time I was falling in love with Kanye songs. Like Graduation, you hear it as a whole and you're like, oh yeah, this is good songs. But like some like Drive Slow, I remember the words, every single words to it.
Yeah.
I was starting to see how he was like combining artists that like I would have never guessed you would rap with, and the songs just sound more epic. Like Diamonds from Sierra Leone just sounds epic. It sounds like a movie supposed to be made out of this song.
The beats are just insane.
You know what I mean?
Addiction.
The
on
beats
there,
are just insane, and just like you said, the rapping. I'm reiterate the rapping on that album is fantastic.
Outstanding.
So I got Late Registration as 3. 2, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now,
Whoa. Okay.
favorites.
No. I'm here. I'm here with you. We here.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, in my opinion, I'm going to say this. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. That is the best rap album I've ever heard in my life. Production-wise, the way that he had all these features put together. Every song on that album deserves 5 stars to me. Literally every single song.
Even Blame Game?
I
Yes.
love
Yes.
Blame Game.
Yes.
I love
that
Game.
song.
5.
The Chris Rock where he
Yes.
was Amber. He was talking about Amber.
Yeah.
Wait,
Chris Rock. Yeah,
Amber
Chris Rock.
Rose. The whole
He's-
like Yeezy taught me.
John Legend.
Bro, incredible. Incredible.
Game. Yeah.
Incredible.
5 stars all around. However, the reason it's not number 1 to me is I just felt like that youthful Kanye was gone. There was a more darker Kanye. And I think one of the things that I really liked about Kanye, especially during the graduation time, was he had this like playful element to him. He had this heartwarming, charming, element to him. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy just felt like business. We are in the business of making the best, 12 songs to come out on an album. Like that's his approach. And it was a cold approach.
Yeah.
So I don't think it can fall as favorites to people. That's why a lot of people don't say it's their favorite, because you're not supposed to have a personal connection to it. You're just supposed to just listen to it, internalize it, and realize it as the best album ever.
Okay.
Right? So that's why that's number 2. Number 1 for me, Graduation. I love Graduation's purity. I love the playfulness Kanye is with. On that album, I feel like he has his funniest bars. Can't tell me nothing. It's just raw. It's just
Hard.
he's
Hard
just
song.
forget what you think. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna give it to you raw, straight, no chaser, flashing lights, the mixture of just like really, really soulful R&B and just like really, really just real raw raps. I just feel like that was the last time Kanye was just like a charming, like relatable, personal rapper.
Pre-Donna. When Donda.
Pre-Donna,
when
yeah.
Donda-
Donda is
That's a good point.
exactly passed away. That's the Kanye that I loved, and I feel like that was the last time we got it. And that album's also pretty good. And also, another thing is we never saw the bear. The Graduation bear. That was the last time you saw the college bear.
That's true.
Whatever
Good
that bear's
observation.
called.
Good
So
observation.
That's my 5.
Okay.
Graduation.
I like that. So let me just do a recap. So your number 1 was Graduation, and your number 1 was Late Registration, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my number 5, Kanye West, or favorite album from him, is 808 and Heartbreaks. It's easy.
God.
That's my personal
Here we go.
top 5. I just loved. I didn't love his attire at the time. He was acting like a certified weirdo on the cover, and anytime you saw him in any of the visuals, it was like this super recluse,
Like simp.
visuals that he was doing. But I thought musically, that was the peak of Kanye. I would say taking a shift sonically, from an emotional production standpoint, and I thought it. Yeah, Heartless, bro. It can't say you will. It came at a time in the rap game where that was like the sound that clearly people would take and kind of run with it in a sense and use it as a template. And I just felt like, bro, the music on there was so impactful. I remember listening to that album so confused at like, how did they craft this music? Like I just remember thinking that. Now it's clearly not my favorite Kanye album here, but it is in my top 5 for that reason alone. Okay. Number 4, you guys said it all about the album. Adam, this is gonna piss you off. Q, this is probably gonna piss you off too. But Late Registration, it's number 4 for me. For me, we're talking favorites here. Everything you guys said about Drive Slow and all this stuff, it was so amazing. I agree. The rapping on that album was his peak. That was like I would genuinely call Kanye a backpack rapper at that stage, like of the likes of the Mos Defs and the Kweli and the that whole like even just sort of Lupe Fiasco, like guys who you respect lyrically. That was what Kanye was pushing on that album, and I thought it was so excellent.
He was out rap for sure.
Absolutely, and just musically, man, it was incredible music, man. But nonetheless, that's my number 4. Number 3 for me is College Dropout. I felt like that. One of the greater debuts in rap, if not music as a whole. The strength on songs like Jesus Walks, just coming out the gate swinging with just impact. You know what I'm saying? Like we've not really seen that type of impact in rap. There's a couple people you can name, but not a lot who can really live up to what Kanye was able to do on College Dropout. And I just thought like artistically, it takes the edge to me above what Late Registration did. Just felt a little bit more pure. Debut album, it was fresh. It just I agree. I do think there were albums that kind of followed, but that maybe did things slightly better here and there from a rapping standpoint. Late Registration, just talked about that. But to me, the genuine artistry in College Dropout to me was it's iconic to me. It's literally iconic. That's the word I would use for that particular album.
Okay.
We're talking favorites here. We ain't talking best. I got to keep repeating this.
Okay.
Number 2, Graduation. Graduation, man. that was different, man. That was a different time, man. Stronger, just the good life, man. You know, even the battle he had with 50 Cent at the time, that was a very critical time in rap where it was like a changing of the guards.
Yeah.
You know, again, Kanye has been involved in so many like little micro movements within rap, but I just felt like musically that he really pushed the envelope, like artistically, sonically speaking. This is one of the lighter albums that he's dropped. There wasn't a ton of depth here with the Graduation, but the exuberance, the just sort of carefree nature with just it almost felt like rave music mixed with hip hop.
Yeah.
That was different for Kanye as well. He's really never dropped a project that even came close to it artistically.
I know
and that's probably the genius of him.
I know he made it with the intention of like, I want this to go in arenas and sound crazy. And that's what.
Yes.
I mean, he still walks out to Can't Tell Me
Yes.
Nothing when Travis brought him on stage. Like, it just sounds triumphant.
It
And you
just
know,
sounds
I'm glad you said that. And you know what's so interesting about Kanye West? I would argue that Graduation is the first album where he was making arena music. You want to talk about Late Registration, College Dropout, the albums and projects that he put out before, they were very hip hop esque.
Yeah.
Right? There were some big songs, but they weren't
stronger.
worldly,
Like stronger.
arena, stadium status. Remember how he even started out?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, Stadium
what's the song?
Status,
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Big Brother. Like he talked about it. Stadium stat. Like he even gave you guys the blueprint. Said, "Yo, I'm making stadium music now, guys." And he never really looked back since.
but then
FYI.
don't sleep on the Everything I Am.
No, it was there.
Shout out to
No, it was
like,
there.
Just to, but
Yeah,
Primo,
for sure,
just
dude.
It's just so pure.
I agree.
It's just easy to love.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
You know what's an underrated song?
No, for sure.
An
What's
underrated,
up?
the bonus track on Graduation, Good Night with Mos Def.
Good night.
Oh,
is a very,
yeah.
I can't.
It's knocking at my door.
I love that
It's a
song.
catchy chorus.
Yes, sir.
It's just a feel good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
feel
man.
good vibes.
Absolutely, man. But no, you guys make good points too. But my number one to me, and Q knows this, we've gone back and forth for years about this. To me, my favorite Kanye West project easily is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know, it's so crazy because to me, I still feel this way until I guess further notice. That was like the peak of Kanye West artistically. From a visual standpoint, music standpoint, think about what he was doing with his music videos with Runaway. Runaway was one of the most unorthodox songs that like
Push a tease on
that we've like production wise, like you're not supposed to make a song like Runaway.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to make a song like that, but that worked.
Amazing. It's amazing.
It's just like
That
he
chorus?
was clicking on every cylinder at that point in his career, bro.
Oh.
It was just, to me, it was just different, man. It just the dark feel,
Yeah.
just mixed with the lyricism, the
was rapping.
devil in a new dress.
He
Bro,
was rapping.
that was like the first time where I felt like Kanye got people on his albums and he was bringing people from different worlds
Yeah.
into his project.
I know he made Pusha T rewrite that Runaway verse multiple times because he's like, you can do better. Like you can make this.
Yeah.
You can make this more egotistical.
He also made
Nicki
you're right. He also
Minaj
made
on
Nicki
Monster.
Minaj do the same.
Which is one of the most famous hip hop verses ever. She was like, I don't want to do all these weird voices. He's like, nah, like keep doing that. I'm a motherfucker. Like the vocal inflection.
You'd be hard pressed to find another album or several. Give me a handful of albums that come close to the construction, the composition of the music, like production mixed with the lyricism, artistry. It's just cutting. It was cutting edge then, and I would
Multi-layered.
argue that you play it today, it's still cutting edge music.
Several different layers. You have to listen to it some songs you have to listen to over and over again to like fully understand.
And that album came out almost a decade ago, and you could
Like,
listen.
could
You can listen today, and you would still say this is cutting edge. I'm telling you.
for sure.
And
I can't say the same for College Dropout. Can't say the same for Late Registration. This is not a knock on those because I love those,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying like that to me
No, I
just
get
sort
it.
of
I get
proves
it.
the way
the
the
bag
album
he was in.
starts with like, can we get much higher? Like what a
Exactly.
cinematic like way to start an album, and then it drops into the beat, and it's
amazing.
a crazy way to start
or
an album.
Absolutely.
even all of the lights.
Woo!
How many people are on all the lights? Have you ever looked at like
There's like 10.
the track?
Yeah.
There's like 10.
And you
It's
can't even. There's still
You
artists.
can't tell.
There's still artists. I try to find like what part they're at. I'm like, I don't.
Exactly.
Where's Drake on
Like
this
Alicia
song?
Keys. Where is Jada Kiss? Jada Kiss is on this song.
That's fair. But no, that's my top 5, guys. That's my top 5.
Hey,
All right.
some great lists.
Yeah, that's my. But it's so crazy. We got some overlap there.
Yeah.
We got some overlap.
There's Kanye West. There's no wrong choice.
There's no wrong choice, really.
Agreed, man.
Unless
but
you put Ye in there.
Or
then I'll be like, you're
or
flat
Vultures,
out
I guess.
wrong.
or Vultures. Hey, honorable mentions.
Okay, go ahead.
My honorable mention is The Life of Pablo. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Life of Pablo. But then that's it. Life of Pablo. Honorable mention. No, you don't got to go deep dive. But what's your honorable mention?
I know.
Love Donda.
We said no duos, but I would do Kid See Ghost probably, like Reborn on that album. It's so good. Also, this choice is not allowed, and because he does not rap on the album, or he has one song on it. Daytona. His production on Daytona is the craziest thing ever.
Oh my God. Daytona is one of my favorite rap albums also.
Daytona.
So I know that's not a
love
Kanye album, but it's
Daytona.
kind of a Kanye album. And
Yeah.
the next artist, I tweeted this today or yesterday, who needs to get the Kanye produced album, Freddie Gibbs. You make your Madlib Montana album,
Oh man.
give me Daytona production and Freddie Gibbs bars. Classic.
He's 100% in line for a Kanye produced album.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
they're boys,
He
man.
definitely needs that. I agree.
Yeah.
But you guys out there though on YouTube and all these other platforms, what are your top 5 favorite Kanye West projects? Drop them in the comments for us, man. Let's move on to the next and last topic. 0 skips.
Yes.
0 skips, guys.
0 skips. I'm
The
getting mine
mother
ready.
effing playlist, the segment. We're here to talk about some of those. So Q, you got yours pulled up or no?
I do. Let me get the track listing.
Hey, Adam, feel free to be our referee on this episode here. It's your call. You're going to be the arbitrator, the referee. You're going to tell us
Is it skip or
who's
not?
right and who's wrong, which one was a skip and which one's not.
I hope I know
You have yours?
I hope I know the album. You guys were talking about Tory Lanez before. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that Tory Lanez album before.
Oh.
Well, that was from last episode.
King by T.I.
Yo, you keep going back.
Has
You going back old school with
No
me.
skips.
Okay.
No skips.
I
See, I'm here to
actually-
keep it new school.
I listened to what's his like biggest album? Is it Underground King? What is it? Trap music. That was what I listened to.
Oh,
Trap
trap music. Okay, that's
music.
his second.
My first
damn.
ever T.I. album listen. I'm like, everyone says he's the king of the South. I got to give this a listen. I understand.
Underground King.
I understand
Which
now.
one? King.
Oh, come on now.
What?
That's the one?
Yeah, T.I. King.
Okay, all right. I love that album.
You want me to go?
Yeah,
ready?
you go.
Y'all
you go.
ready?
By the way, mine is Roddy Ricch. Please excuse me for being antisocial.
Just heard that album. I just heard that album.
I'm gonna.
Zero
Dude, there's
skip.
one skip
Nope.
on there. There's one
Zero
skip. I just
skip.
heard it the other day.
All right, I'm glad. And
There's
we'll talk about
one
it.
skip.
You
This
wanna-
one might be hard though. This one might be hard for T because this one you.
I remember the album.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite T.I. albums, actually.
First song, King Back.
King back, king back, king back.
Skip.
Of course not. No, it was great. That was an amazing intro. Real talk.
Front Back with UGK.
I like that song.
Front back.
I like the song.
Front.
It's,
Is it a
it's,
skip?
It's not a skip. It's
Okay.
not a skip.
Okay, thank
not
you.
a skip. I'll be more definitive.
This is a long.
It's not a skip.
It's a long album. 17 songs, and all these songs are like 5 minutes.
17.
That joint got some skips on it though. I'm
No,
gonna
it
say.
doesn't.
It got some
Okay,
skips.
What you know? What you know about that?
Oh, come on. That's the best song on the album.
What you know about
That's the best song on the
That's
album.
not a skip. I'm talking to you. That's not a skip. I'm talking to you. No. Remember that's a diss.
Was that the diss
I
at
ain't
a-
talking about
that was the
I ain't
diss
talking
at
about
a-
this. I ain't talking about that. I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
No, that was good. That was
That's
good.
a good
No, that
song.
was good. That was good.
Okay,
That was good.
Live in the Sky.
Oh man, Jamie Foxx. Life's ups and
Yeah.
downs.
Yeah.
They come
Yeah.
and go.
Skip. No.
Of course not.
Ride with me.
Love that song.
Not a skip.
Love that song.
Okay, then you got the intro, or sorry, you got the interlude. Why you wanna?
We're gonna do that. That why you wanna go?
Why
That's,
you-
I love
it's not
that
a
joint.
skip.
Love that song.
Get it with Swiss Beats.
Nope,
Get
not a
it.
skip. Not a skip. Not a skip.
Top back.
Not a skip. Oh hell no. Hell no.
Okay. Undertaker. Dun, 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 dun. Young Buck, Young Dro. Come on, this is not a skip.
Yo, play it. Play it.
Undertake-
Play it. Play it. Play it.
It's not a skip. Wait till the hook comes in. That's not a skip.
Oh no! It's not a skip. Nope.
Thank
Right
you.
when
I was about to say.
right when that snare hit. Oh no! That's good.
That's not a skip. That's not a skip.
Not a skip at all.
Okay. We're almost done.
Keep going.
Stand up guy. It's not a skip. It's a smooth joint. It's a smooth joint.
Could we have a
Smooth
skip?
joint. All right, I'm gonna play it for you.
That might be a skip, dog.
Stand up. Guy.
Skip? Hey, that might be a skip. Hey, skip.
Skip.
Oh hell no! I love this song. Love that song. Not a skip. Not a skip.
We're almost there.
Not a skip.
You know who? That one I don't know. You know who?
Yo, it's been so long, bro. We
You
really got to start prepping.
You know who? Let's see. You know.
We really got to
who?
start prepping, bro. Bro, I love this album,
might be
and
a
this is not one that I
That
ever
might be a
remember
skip.
listening to.
That might be a skip.
That did not
That might
sound
be a
great.
skip.
That's a bona fide skip.
Okay. Good
That's
life.
a bona fide skip.
Okay. Good life.
Love that song.
Good life is not a skip.
Love that song.
Hello.
Hello is
Just
great.
want to say hello.
I love Hello.
Told you so. That's not a skip.
No, not a skip at all. Not a skip at all.
And the last one, this might be a skip. I ain't gonna lie. Bankhead.
Damn, closing track skip. Can't end on a skip.
Bankhead.
Might be a skip. That might be a skip. I don't recall that being good. Being honest with you guys.
Hey, let's.
I think we got 2 skips on this album. No, this was the skip. No, this was the skip. I respect the sort of melody he had in the
barely-
hook, but
if it's a skip, it's
that's-
barely. It's not an obvious skip.
you know one thing about King though that I
That's King.
never understood. Like he didn't have too many features.
He did.
Like it was like
He didn't. It definitely
he
didn't
really
have,
relied on himself with that one.
He definitely didn't have high profile features. But-
Yeah, I personally got 2
Okay,
skips on that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
max 2.
So you agree with that, or you got any pushback?
1.5. That last one maybe.
Okay, all right.
I think I'm still gonna win though. I know Roddy Ricch has
All
one.
right,
I know Roddy Ricch has 1 or 2.
We're
skips.
gonna see here, guys. Let's start this. Let's start it up here. Please excuse me for being antisocial. Probably. Well, we'll see. We'll let Adam judge.
He's
at
gonna
the
know
end.
this one.
We'll let-
Adam, I purposefully was looking at him because I know you probably don't know that album.
Yeah.
King.
I got a bump.
We know this one.
Yeah, this.
There you go. There's some research to do, right? Yeah. Put you on a little bit.
This Roddy Ricch one. This is
All right.
this is my freshman year of college right here. This is what we were playing. The whole
I
Okay.
know this one.
We gonna get it going.
I know this
Okay.
one.
Intro.
No, that's a great song.
Bad
Love
bitch
it,
give me
right?
neck when he does this.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah. He
yep.
already know. Of course, the box.
It's not a skip. Not
you,
a
you
skip.
said, but you said that like nonchalant.
I said,
Yeah,
of course,
not
it's
yet.
not a skip.
Okay, I need a little bit more energy, bro.
Do you know that has 1 billion views?
Hit
I-
record.
Yes.
Beat up
Hit record.
beat out Justin Bieber and someone else. I forget who it was, but they were trying to get that
That's
number
a
1
fact.
spot and they couldn't beat out Roddy.
Start with me with Gunna.
Banger.
No, it's not a skip.
Banger.
Perfect time.
Great. The
Great.
piano- with the piano.
He said it.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Great.
Okay.
Wait, is it skip or not? You tell me.
No. We'll let that slide. We'll let it slide. It's not a skip.
Okay.
It's not a skip.
Okay.
It's not a skip.
I will hear you. Moon Walking
Good song.
with featuring Lil Durk.
That's a great song. That's a great song.
Thank you.
Great song.
Thank you. Okay.
Not a skip.
Next song, Big Stepper.
Banger.
Absolute banger.
Not a skip.
Would
It's
you
a good
like
song.
to would you like
It's
to
a good song.
revise?
It's
Would
a
you like
good
to
song.
revise any of
It's a
these,
bit
sir?
stupid. It's a little. It's kind of a stupid song, but like. It's
Okay.
Not,
all
it's
right.
not a skip.
I'll take that. God's Eyes.
I don't remember this one.
What? I don't remember that song. It's a skip.
That might be a skip.
I
No.
don't remember it. I don't remember it.
You don't remember God's Eyes? God's Eyes.
That's a skip. That's
You
a
don't
skip.
walk through the shoes of
That's
the man.
the definition of a skip.
Might be a skip.
That's the definition of a skip, Adam.
This is a
That's a
skip?
It's a skip. All his songs sound like that.
That's a fact.
Literally
No, that's
all
a
his
fact. That's a
songs sound
fact.
like- That's a skip.
He's right. But that's a skip?
That's a skip. That's
Wow.
A skip. That's a skip.
Okay.
That's definitely a skip.
All right, guys. All right.
That's
Okay.
definitely a skip.
All right. Peter.
Banger.
No. Hell, that's arguably like one of the best songs, if not the best song.
Yeah,
on the
Meek did
album
his
to me.
thing.
Featuring Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Boom Boom Room.
That one I don't remember either.
It's not a skip, but I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
I
do
never
know.
liked
Take
this
it to the
song.
boom boom.
No,
room.
good song. Good song.
Okay.
I never, but like, can I say this though?
Go ahead, talk to
I
me.
never liked the song,
Mhm.
but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
But I've never liked it, and it's if you want to talk about skip,
Okay.
it's a skip because I don't like it. but it's definitely memorable.
All right, I got you.
It's definitely
I hear you. I respect that. I just disagree heavily.
Okay.
And then it leads into the song High Fashion.
Yes.
My favorite
Not
song
a
on the
skip.
album.
Hell no.
Favorite song? Okay.
Favorite song.
High fashion.
All right. Then we
Let
got
go your
Backseat.
G-Wagon.
We got Backseat next.
I love Backseat.
Good song.
Love
Backseat.
Backseat.
Adam,
Love
skip.
Not a skip.
Hell no.
Not a skip.
Not a skip. Okay.
Hell no.
Roll Dice.
Skip.
I'm forgetting what that one is. I'm looking at the track list right now. The next two have
I ain't gonna
not.
lie. This might be.
It's a skip.
If you, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
The only two that I would say is possibly a skip is this and God's Eyes, but this one I like better than God's Eyes.
Okay.
This one was like catchy. Y'all are gonna think
It's 100% a skip.
no, bro.
This is 100% a skip.
No.
It's 100% a skip.
I respect
No,
it.
it's a
I
skip.
respect it.
It's a skip.
Prayers to the Trap God.
Not a skip. Memorable song. Not a skip. Not a skip.
Not a skip.
Not a skip. Not a
Okay,
skip.
all right.
But
I actually thought that was one of the more creative songs on the album that, like, to me, like, it was actually fire. But nonetheless, we'll keep going. We got a couple more. Tiptoe,
Banger.
featuring A Boogie with the hoodie.
Banger.
great song.
Boogie killed that.
Banger.
Yeah,
And we end off the album with War Baby.
Great closing song.
Great song.
good song.
Skip?
It's not a skip. No. It's
Okay.
Not a skip. Not a skip.
So you got about
2-2.
two. You
Yeah,
said
2-2.
about two. War. We got Roll Dice, and then we got God's Eyes.
Actually, I don't agree with you on that outro for T.I. But
Hey, but I'm the judge.
I'll let it go.
I'm the
Yeah,
judge for
2-2.
that one. You the
2-2.
judge for this one.
2-2.
I think it's impressive that for someone who doesn't talk about that much, like introspectively, the fact that he only has 2 skips in that album is crazy. Like he made hit.
Exactly.
It's like
Bro.
hit after hit.
Exactly.
Bro.
Isn't that crazy?
He was operating at a legendary
T.I.
level
Yeah,
in terms of like a debut. Like this is why we've all been. Well,
you
most
talking
people.
Roddy Ricch?
Roddy.
I know. Yeah,
I think
Roddy.
you're.
Yeah, Roddy. I was talking Roddy.
Yeah, he's talking about
you're
Roddy.
talking about okay.
Yeah, like he was. Dog, Roddy. This is the reason why a lot of people are disappointed with
Yeah.
where Roddy is
'Cause he's not making
today,
it.
right? Because of how good that album was.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
I just love his voice.
I don't know, guys.
I love a raspy, weird vocal inflection voice. Like I'm a huge Smino fan. I feel like he had a similar Smino vibe
does.
at that time, where like they randomly do like the bad bitch give me neck. Like it's such a weird thing to do in a song, but it works. It works with his voice.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
hey,
facts.
Hey,
That's a
listen.
good
To
point.
close, we all know how much you're a fan of raspy voices because you
Yes.
prayed to God.
Pray to
Like,
God.
Earlier in the episode, you
Let
told
me
us
sound
this,
like Anderson .Paak, please.
That's that's crazy. Like you, so that means you appreciate artists like the Post Malones, maybe
Yeah.
the Kid Leroy's, because their voices are very raspy.
They are raspy. I'll say not as much as I like other artists because I love good songwriting. I like singers that sing like rappers. So Anderson .Paak writes like a rapper, but he's singing. Or Frank Ocean, I think, writes like a rapper. SZA writes like a rapper.
Scissor. Yep.
So like the Kid Leroy's
Agree,
a
man.
little basic, like what they're saying for me, but he has an objectively great voice.
He has a great voice. And both Kid Leroy and Post Malone's voice cracks. That's what you're
I
talking
love
about.
a crap. Yeah,
I love
The voice cracking is amazing.
When-
The voice
when
cracking
cracks.
is literally incredible.
when J. Cole sings on like Be Free at the live on the Letterman show, like his voice, it's not like a good musical voice, but it's amazing. Like it's just my
Yeah, I know
I
what you
feel
mean.
you, I feel
and
you.
Kanye had that too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey guys, we've reached the end of the episode. Adam, where can the people find you and tell them what you got, I guess, lined up next?
Yeah. At Adam_ on all social media. You can look up Soundcentric Music. I think on Twitter it's Soundcentric MUS. We couldn't fit the whole word. I think it was taken already. But you can find new episodes on all streaming platforms and on YouTube every single Wednesday. On TikTok, posting shorts every single day with similar topics like this, fun debates. And yeah, send me your music too if you're an artist, please. I would love to hear some new music.
Yes.
We try to shout out as much as possible on the pod.
On that note, guys, if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Like the episode on YouTube if you're watching it there, man. Yeah, this is the Ill-Advised Wise Guys podcast. And as always, if you're giving advice, just make sure that thing is ill.
Yes, sir.